Holy fucking Captain Planet! These media vultures are circling around a complex issue like they've found a fresh carcass. It's the goddamn news industrial complex at it again, taking a nuanced global issue and turning it into a cheap political sideshow. So Prime Minister Starmer, Sir Keir Starmer, has announced he's cutting foreign aid from 0.5% to 0.3% to boost defence spending, from 2.3% to 2.5%, and I've got complicated feelings about this shit. But these news anchors aren't discussing the complexity. They're just feasting on the controversy.
We will fund the initial increase in defence spending by cutting our spending on overseas development.
These media vultures aren't actually discussing what this means for vulnerable people worldwide. They're just scoring political points. They don't actually give a shit about foreign aid. They just want their gotcha moment.
You know, you either want to do it, Starmer, or you don't want to do it. You either want to give money to the British Armed Forces or you don't. And by your face, you didn't want to do this and you're only doing it to suck up to President Trump.
What the actual fuck? Is this journalism or mind reading? Is this anchor secretly Professor X diving into Starmer's brain? This is the problem with these news vultures. They reduce everything to the most simplistic either or bullshit. Newsflash! The world isn't a Marvel movie where everything is black and white. You can believe in a strong defence and think foreign aid matters. You can make tough budget decisions while still feeling conflicted about them. These vultures aren't interested in the complex reality. Nope. They just want to squawk about Trump and get their fucking soundbite.
Prime Minister has announced plans to cut foreign aid by £6 billion. I must admit, yesterday watching the news coverage on this, I honestly had to smile because BBC and Channel 4 particularly, hand-wringing on everything. They're cutting the foreign aid budget. Oh, my goodness me, it's the end of the world. What are we going to do? Now, I take the view that, you know, this is our country, our money.
This is our country, our money. Well, no fucking shit. But with great power comes great responsibility. That's not just a cheesy Spider-Man line. It's a fundamental truth about being part of the global community.
We cannot solve the world's problems, so why are we trying? Give us the details.
We cannot solve the world's problems, so why are we trying? Are you kidding me? That's like Batman saying, I can't stop all crime in Gotham, so why bother stopping any? What a fucking cop-out. Yes, Britain can't fix everything, but these vultures aren't interested in a substantive discussion about what foreign aid actually does. They're just fixated on the political horse race. They're treating real human lives like they're discussing sports statistics.
Big Deputy Editor of The Spectator, Freddie Gray, on this one. Let's hear what he has to say.
Well, what do I have to say? I quite agree with you, Eamon. I think it's utterly pathetic and embarrassing because this is obviously being dressed up to be a very, very significant move. 2.3 to 2.5, and we're going to bring it forward to 2027. But as someone said yesterday, the Donald doesn't do decimals.
Oh, look. Now they're bringing in an expert who agrees with their hot take. What a fucking surprise. And they're all chuckling about Trump not understanding decimals. They're not asking, how will this impact humanitarian efforts in crisis zones? They're asking, will this impress Trump? Here's what these news vultures are missing. Period. You can criticise Starmer's decision to cut foreign aid while still acknowledging the complexity of governing. But these news vultures aren't interested in exploring that nuance. They just want to pick at the carcass of controversy, score their political points, and move on to the next feeding frenzy. They don't give a shit. They just care about their fucking ratings. So to these news anchors, stop pretending governance is simple. Stop acting like every decision is either saving the universe or destroying it. And maybe, just maybe, acknowledge that the world is more complex than your ratings-driven outrage machine can handle. Now go be heroes to your kids and teach them that critical thinking is more important than knee-jerk criticism.